it's like your light body expands out enough with the waveform fabric gets such a high resonance that your astral body can just lift out of it. There's no blockages. There's nothing. There's no anchors. There's no energetic anchors holding it down. So there's really only two forms. There's only two ways that I've left my body ever. And there's one, which is slowly lifting up out. And then two, which is shooting out like a bullet. I think you're more prone to experiencing the lifting out first. The shooting out like a bullet, man, like I said before, it was partially, I think, divine intervention, and then intense kundalini projection up the spine, where the energy hits all at once into the brain. So yeah. Does that make sense? Sometimes the energy slowly gets dissipated and it just cycles and spreads out evenly. And then the more it does that, the more electrically conductive I get. It's like a slower process. And then I can just lift out. But other times there'll be a large charge of energy, and it will move in a solid piece. And then if I get it down into my caucus, my sacrum, then it just gets supercharged with this ultraviolet phonon wave or kundalini energy. And then it just goes, it'll get up halfway up your spine. And then it just goes, boom, and it fucking shoots straight up really fast, and it grabs your consciousness with it. And you'll be in your body laying in bed, and then all of a sudden you're flying interdimensionally with, like, I often see rainbow shards flying downward. Other times it will be a literal vortex. Other times you'll be in blackness, and you'll just keep going as fast as you can. You like carry it, you keep the momentum. And you'll come into a white light, pierce through that, and then you'll be wherever you're going to be. I've been several places. I've even shot down before to the inner earth. So, and I wasn't even really trying to. So yeah, there's a lifting out, and then there's a shooting out. I think you're more prone to lift out, because that's what happened to me. My first two out-of-body experiences were lifting out slowly. People feel this sensation whenever they have sleep paralysis. So they're just not able to lift out completely.
Yes, yeah.
So the demon literally sees, like, oh, this motherfucker's weak. They're half conscious. They're kind of halfway in their body, halfway out their body. This is my opportunity. So then they go and they get on them and they inflict. It's weird. They can, like, push energy on you, and you'll perceive sensations. You, like, feel them holding you down.
Mm-hmm.
And that seems to be when we are most susceptible to being attacked. Once you get out of your body fully, which is the important part, once you get out of your body fully, they can't fuck with you unless you let them.
Yeah.
But if you're caught halfway in astral catalepsy or sleep paralysis, they kind of have the upper hand. It's harder for you to lift out or to wake back up into your body. So, yeah, and then that's a whole other level, man. Once you start astral projecting, I can teach you how to change your emotional vibration, how to destroy these entities, or how to just transcend them, really. But
cycle the energy before lifting out. So what you mean by it is going through each energy center all the way down, then all the way up, again and again.
Yes, expand them all out first, stimulate them, expand them out, put your attention and intention onto them, relax your physical body as much as possible, and then begin the process of consciously breathing in prana or energy through them. It's like you got to turn them on, and then you got to keep throwing fuel at them.
Okay, so yeah, so in cycling only, what we mean is activating every energy center, every chakra in the front and also in the back, and then cycle up and down. You know, it's like it's almost a slow. So it's a slow cycle. It's not a kind of continuous thing happening.
Yeah, no, it takes time, man. And it really, I'm telling you, there is divine intervention at play too, because this is where prayer comes in, the importance of the mantras and the prayer.
Yeah.
I think all of us have I call it my guides.
Yes.
I've traveled with one, kind of like Dante's Inferno one time. I traveled to the inner earth with this entity that claimed to be my guide. And he told me his name and everything. And I was asking him childish questions like, were you ever a human being? Just shit like that. And I forgot a lot of it. But I think we all have these entities that we knew outside of the 3D reality, and they're always there to help and to direct thought forms and to throw energy into our field. So like, I think that they're very responsible too for getting us to perceive synchronicities. Like they'll like implant a thought form. Hey, look at your phone. You know what I mean? And then you'll get like a 444.
Yeah.
But I think they can be utilized for light body activation majorly, definitely. And whenever I ask for help, whenever I ask my guides, I don't even know the fucker's name. I wish I did. So I just call them guides, plural, you know. Whenever I ask for God's light or my guides to help me, the energy seems to pour in substantially. Dude, sometimes I'm laying there right after asking for light, right after asking for help, and I will literally feel the tingle on my crown, and then it will start to fucking pour down my cranium. They're literally sending it to me. So I hope that answered your question.
Yeah. I read somewhere that they call these Nephilim guides. That these are the Nephilim, not the kind of half human, half god an angel. Yeah.
Yeah, you can see, listening to this from a objective point of view, you can see where a fundamentalist Abrahamic religion follower would really think that we are fucking evil.
Yeah, definitely.
Those are Nephilim. Whoa, those are demons.
Yeah.
Whatever. I enjoyed watching that Damien video the other day. Man, we have a lot more in common than I thought. And I really found solace with what he said about fundamentalists calling magic evil, calling astral projection evil.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh man, I feel that pain. I've been targeted by religious people for years and called New Ager, called satanic, over and over and over. And like he said, we are literally conjuring, and conjuring is a bad word. We are communing with biblical angels from God, right? Like these things are pure, they are benevolent.
Yeah.
And they call us evil for communing with them. And instead, you're supposed to sit way back and only read texts that you don't understand, and then just, it's such a revered thing that you can never even try to comprehend, right? Yeah. And then here we are reading the fucking text, reading the symbolism, and actually communing with them. Like it's whatever.
It's between esoteric and exoteric. I think that's what it boils down to.
We are the initiates, man.
Yeah, and initiators.
Fuck, that's true. And even though I look like a weirdo and I listen to metal, I'm teaching people that you can look like a weirdo and listen to metal and still do this.
Yeah. No, that's amazing, and I'm sure a lot of people gravitate towards that. I mean, I'm one of them.
I just had a girl send me like 6 videos yesterday thanking me, just like the most heartfelt. She's like, I listened to your podcast and I've listened to you for years, and I just want to say thank you for letting me feel okay with myself for not being perfect and still having a connection with God, you know, and saying cuss words, and because a lot of these people were outcasted when the spirituality started to become really trendy over the last couple of years online. You know, mostly women and guys, but they'd create these accounts where they're just like in this, you know, with the beam of sunlight coming through the trees, and everything's like so holy and perfect.
Yeah.
And then people like us, where it's like, what the fuck is this? I can't relate to this.
Yeah.
You know? But so that's what I've been trying to be, is a conduit between, because it's like you got to dip into the dark sometimes, right? To lift people out.
Yep. Carl Jung said, no tree can reach the heavens if its roots don't go to hell.